Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Eden Zero Season 2 episode number 24 reaction. Okay, the previous episode, it was an episode which kind of was like a preparatory episode for whatever's going to come from here onwards. So first of all, the training, Shiki completed his training, and not only that, like the part that we thought that Ziggy had hacked wasn't really Ziggy hacking, but it was Zenolith's own trick to make Shiki, use his power and kind of like force it out of him, and it worked. And he was easily able to break out of his, his restraints, and worked out. And all the other characters' training kept continuing, and yeah, things are going well over there. A few other things got revealed. First of all, the fact that Zenolith, when Ziggy met Zenolith was alone. There weren't the Shining Stars with him, which is also something surprising because when Ziggy met Zenolith, it was when he went off to look for Mother. And when he went off to look for Mother, the Shining Stars were supposed to be with him, and the Shining Stars are missing certain memories. So stuff like this, like mysteries and stuff. And yeah, so that was that. And then a few other things happened. Couchko kind of joins us because of our kitchen. Then there is we get to see Rebecca writing Eden Zero behind the B cube she has, all these things. And Kline obviously has joined us officially and all that, so there you go. And in the end, we get to see Shura declaring war on all the robots, and stuff like that. So let's see what happens in this episode. Yeah, episode number 24. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Yep, we're watching it currently. Yeah, yeah. Subduing the revolt is a lie. Oh, oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's him. Hmm. Well, okay, there you go. Yeah, we cannot just barge in, I guess. We need a plan. Like, they have a plan. Yeah, there's like a lot of them. Hey, yo, 60,000. Yeah, so we need a plan. Hmm. Yeah. 0%. Yeah, but like we need to make a plan so that we cannot just barge in. Who? We cannot message. Okay. Sandra. Sandra. Okay, I was wondering what we're going to get in these final two episodes. Like, I thought like it's very weird to start a new arc in these fast last two episodes because it's up until episode 25. So we're going to go to this planet and find help, and that's where the anime for this season will end. And then next season we're probably going to be battling Shura. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, the planet's name is Sandra. So I don't know. Is it a planet of sand? I don't know. It's in the name, Sandra. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Oh, those guys. We just saw them, I think. That big cat. We haven't seen them. So it's probably them. Okay. Desert was there you go. It's a planet of sand. I knew it. Sandra. Oh, Eden's one. Okay. Yeah, how do you do that? That thing. All link system. Oh, is it going to like. Oh, I feel like Ziggy's planning to use it against them. Like when he'll probably link everything or something, he'll probably try to take control. Yeah, so this all link system. I feel like this guy is extremely underestimating Ziggy. Like, Shura. Like, I cannot believe how he's underestimating. Oh, there. What? Oh, new dress. Yeah. I love how the girls have only changed their dress, none of the guys. Oh, Shiki Aston. There you go. What the hell? It's a fish can fish camel? Wow, that's fantastic. Might as well snap a few vlogs, like. Hmm. Special. Hopefully. Yeah, exactly. Happy is there. Yo, this is so shady. What the? Probably like some underground gang leader or something. Password? Yep, it's a cat password. Alright, you can enter. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Don't. It's you're gonna get. Uh, who? Yeah. Ibaraki. Damn! Yo, Laguna, you have some enemy. You've made Okay. Great. No. Okay. Oh my god. Oh no. Yeah. Oh God. Oh, there you go. Nice. Well, you got a fist fight now. Nice, nice. Mm. Yeah, we're not playing here. Is it that big cat in the opening? Oh, I see. Okay, then it matches perfectly with us. It's a cat, isn't it? Yep, it's him. We see him in the opening. He has one eye. Damn, he's big. Goodwin. So you call me a cat? He's like, wait, I remember you. You're from that channel. Is he like is he like one of our subscribers or something? I knew it. Yeah. The first time someone recognized Rebecca. Ah, probably because he's a cat. You know? Yeah. Well, because he's a cat, like it's named Aoneko, and she has a. Oh no. Waneko. Wow, that's a lot of money. Oh boy. Well, yeah. What, oh god, here we go. Oh, so he ran away and went to Drakenjo. He's like, okay. Oh my god. Yeah, it's Laguna who did it. Why are we getting? Damn. Okay. Hmm. Everyone is our friends. Well, obviously. Hmm. Yeah, probably looking for help. I don't know. Wait, what the? Yo, Moscow. Oh my god. Damn. Unhappy under. Well, yeah. Oh god, here we go. Well, what a surprise. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. What? Wow, great. Labilia. Yo, why are you staring at my soul? Yeah. Kitty. Well. Yeah, the link, whatever. All link, yeah. Hmm. Oh. Whoa. Oh my god. So, from the name, all link. Ah, okay, okay. 3 days. So I'm guessing all the robots will be linked and. Alright. Enemies? What? What the hell? Hey, yo, what? Well, there you go. Hmm. Well, yeah. Well, seeing is believing, as they say. This is a. What is that, an egg? Okay. Okay. Great. Look at this guy. Typical villain. Yeah, and is it because of the underground? Yo. Well, good riddance. Well, we can just take care of this if Shiki just uses his gravity. Everything will be just. It won't matter. It's gravity. Yeah, they're not hitting anyone. Everything's missing. Oh my god. Oh yeah, okay. Wait, what? Oh, she used her cat leaper. Oh, they were using this kit to do that. No, but what? Hey, yo. Wait, so he's damn, yeah. Damn. Well, you're not seeing that she's. Oh my god. Oh, that is Pino. Yep. Wait, why didn't the robot get affected? Yeah. Oh, so she can now. Okay, that's very helpful, actually. Oh my god, that is a big ass sword. He himself is so big, and his sword is even bigger. Yo. They're just. Yeah, and he. Yeah, probably. Okay. Bobby Young. The dice told him not to do anything. Well, the dice, because of the dice. But I feel like this time the dice is guiding them for destruction. I don't know, man. God damn. I don't think so. I feel like the dice is actually like I don't know. Like yeah, obviously it has given him like made him win every time. But like who knows? Maybe this time it's actually like the dice is kind of guiding him towards his own destruction. Because I don't see any other way this ends. Like yeah, well, let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, is that it? Yeah. So that was this episode. This was episode number 24. And yeah, so overall, this episode was basically us going to a different planet and asking for help because obviously we need to do something to get close to Shura's planet and do something about it. And we cannot do anything unless and until we somehow take care of those like hundreds and thousands of like the guards, the spaceship, the battleships that are waiting in defense, and which will probably shoot us down as soon as we go anywhere near. So for that we have come here. Now I'm wondering what can he help in that department. Like we're not really going to like I'm guessing they probably have like a good plan, and since they have been trying to go against Poseidon Nero for so long, they definitely have like at least a blueprint of a plan and like some better way in tackling this situation than we who just decided to go against them. Like they have been doing this for a long time, so they definitely has a lot of, I guess you could say, knowledge that we probably don't have, and which might help us out in like in the process of trying to stop Shura. So that is why we are here. And okay, so this episode, I like how we went to another planet, and like there's like a whole new like I guess you could say mini scenario we got introduced in, and we got to meet a few new people. And Rebecca finally got to meet one of her fans. I love the fact that he's one of her subscribers, because I'm pretty sure it's because like she, like her name, the name of her channel is Aoneko channel, which literally means blue cat channel. And like since since he's a cat, he probably thought like, oh, why don't I check this channel out, and probably started liking, I don't know, after watching the channel, started liking, like watching it. And that's what happened, I'm guessing. I don't know, that's just something that I think that happened. Like he probably got interested in the name at first, and that's why I started watching and started liking. So it was so funny, the whole build up to that. I was like, okay, is it going to be a scenario where we get to finally meet Rebecca's actual like YouTube fan? And that's exactly what happened. Oh god, that's funny. Alright, another thing we got to know in this episode is how they plan to actually stop the robots. We don't have a concrete concrete way that we know that how they're going to do it, but one thing they're going to use is the all link. And interesting to see how they explain how when the tide will come, the water will kind of submerge the planets, and the ether and everything else will be linked, which will link all the robots. And my guess is, since it's called the all link, like every robot will be linked, and I don't know, maybe dealing damage to them or doing something to them will be able to destroy them. And and this is also something that Ziggy is planning to use for him, because if all the robots are linked, he can easily kind of hack them, or kind of get them under his control. So both are trying to use the same technique. Shura is trying to use the same technique to wipe out all the robots. Ziggy is trying to use that same thing, that all link, to take all the robots under his control. So both have the same goal, all link. And Shura thinks that Ziggy will be lured in, and he's going to take care of Ziggy in that situation as well, like two birds, one stone kind of situation. While Ziggy is like, I'm going to, use Shura's whole thing, and I'm going to use all link under his nose and get away with it. So I'm very I don't know how strong these guys are, Shura and his people, but the fact that he's underestimating Ziggy so much is really weird. But he's a brat. Like obviously you can see him. He's one of those kids who just don't know when to stop, and up until now he has gotten everything because of his daddy's power. That is why he's probably one of those, and he thinks that he's better than everybody, and that's why he's getting too cocky. And I think it's probably something, because otherwise I don't see how he can, he can be extremely strong, he has gravity powers and all that, I understand. But Ziggy, I don't know, Ziggy and his dark stars, there are not many of them. However, looking at them, it seems like they're actually very strong. And the fact that Shura's trying to go against them is actually, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of stupid. Like, and he's getting too cocky here in this situation. That is also even more stupider. So, but like I said, like daddy's boy, like has gotten everything from a childhood. I'm pretty sure that's what the situation is. He seems like an extremely spoiled kid. And yeah, that's why he thinks he's better than everybody. So there you go. Right. So yeah, anything else happened? Oh, yeah, we meet with the rebels, and that we're probably going to work with them. So yeah, a preparatory episode for whatever's going to come. And the next episode will also probably be us, like like shaking hands and saying something like, all right, we're going to work together. And from the next season, because next episode is the final episode, from the next season, season 3, we're going to have the battle between Shura and everyone else. So let's see how it goes. Another thing, we got to see that Laguna has ties with this whole group. So interesting to see that, as they explain, that Laguna left this place and went to Drakken Joe. So I wonder why he did that. It seems like his goal is also trying to stop Poseidon Nero. So if that was his initial goal, why would he go and work for Drakken Joe? Is it because he wanted, like, he was trying to use one bad guy against another bad guy to take down both of them or something like that? I'm guessing that was probably his plan, or something along those lines. Because Drakken Joe was a threat, and he decided to shake hands with Drakken Joe, knowing that he's a threat, so that he can take care of Poseidon Nero, probably. So I'm guessing it's something along those lines that he was. That's why he left here. And everyone thinks that he betrayed them, but maybe that wasn't what he wanted. He just wanted, he knew that they're not going anywhere, so that is why I don't know, even what's his name, Shiki said that, did Poseidon take away your freedom too? And he was like not really speaking at that point. It's definitely something like that. He had a reason to stop and defeat Poseidon Nero, but he realized that nobody here could do that. So that is why he decided to just go and get shake hands with a higher power, which is Drakken Joe, so that both the big powers can fight each other and take each other out or something. And maybe that was his plan or something like that. I don't know. Let's wait and see. Because we definitely know, he said that his goal is to find a whole planet to settle down. Obviously that's not his goal, because we saw in the previous episode he was like, nah, I have a different plan. So let's wait and see. It's something like this, I'm guessing. He always wanted to go against Poseidon Nero, but didn't have any chance to. That's why he shook hands with Drakken Joe. And now that Shiki's group have defeated Drakken Joe, he's like, alright, let's hang out with Shiki's group, because they have a bigger chance of stopping Poseidon Nero. And now that he sees that Poseidon Nero is going against Eden Zero, and he realizes that Shiki's group will try to stop Poseidon Zero, Poseidon Nero, he thinks this is a perfect opportunity, because obviously, if his goal was to stop Poseidon Nero, and now Shiki's goal is also to stop Poseidon Nero, it's coinciding. That's why he's like, alright, you know what, come with me. And he's brought him to the other rebels, so that now they can make a bigger group and have a better chance of going against Poseidon Nero. Yeah, that would make sense if that was his plan. Okay, let's see. Alright, so that was this whole episode. Okay, so let's go step by step throughout this whole episode. Let's talk about everything. So in the beginning, we get to see, obviously, Shiki gets mad at the fact that Shura has announced something like that. So Hermit says, I have no idea how they plan to kill all the robots, but the subduing the revolt thing was a lie. Obviously, that was something that Shura made up. So she says, I did some research, and there's no traces of that large server anywhere other than Foresta. So Ziggy was only able to control robots in Foresta, and using that as an excuse, Shura just said that, oh, everywhere else was revolt was happening, so we stopped them. So he just killed innocent robots just to, make a statement. And, it was just, he killed innocent robots. They weren't really revolting. He just did it. And he's putting the blame on Ziggy now. He's like, oh, Ziggy did it, that's why we had to do it. Obviously, yeah, Ziggy did it to Foresta, not anywhere else. So that's what he did. So and now he's like, oh, look at this, what, like, like the robots were revolting though, so we had to kill them, and that's why we have to destroy all the robots. Like he's doing something like that. So Shiki's mad. Obviously, everyone is like, not happy about this. So they try to scan, like, Pino scans and tries to and finds out where Shura is located. So okay, what's the name? Planet Nero 1, I think. Just a minute. Result of analysis: Planet Nero 1. Yep, it's a planet known as the Temple. So Shiki's like, alright, let's go, and they're like, wait, like we cannot. And Laguna comes in, and Laguna's like, you cannot do anything. Like they have a lot of people, a lot of army waiting there. As soon as you go anywhere near there, they're going to shoot you down. Not only that, they have like 100,000 or such, like, like reserve forces, this and that. And everyone's like, yeah, that's a bad idea. But Shiki's like, oh no, but we have to do something. And Homer also agrees with, like him, because like, like this is the thing, like yeah, obviously everyone definitely wants to save the androids and robots. But the reason why Shiki and Homura are so much more, I guess you could say, serious about this, or I wouldn't call it serious, but they're more like, like I don't know, like emotionally involved, is because both of them were, like both of them were raised by androids, or like, robots. Like Shiki lived in a planet full of robots. He was brought up by his grandfather, who was also an android or a robot, kind of like, like a person. Not only that, Homura as well, the same situation, because she was brought up by Valkyrie. So like, I can understand why they're so much like, reckless about this. Like they're not really thinking, so yeah, that's why they're like, let's do it. But everyone's like, stop, we need a plan. Like we cannot like really just jump into it and we'll just die. It's going to help nobody. And Laguna's like, okay, I can help you guys out. I know someone that can help and aid us in this situation, and that person is located in the planet Sandra. So we're off to planet Sandra. While we are going in that direction, we get to know from Ziggy what he's planning. So he's planning to use the All Link, which is going to, like, my like guess is, like I said, since it's called All Link and since it's going to link all the robots, Ziggy plans to use that opportunity to take over all the robots, while Shura plans to use that opportunity to lure in Ziggy and also kill the robots. So, like here you can see that Ziggy's like, oh, I'm going to use this opportunity to, like take control. I've been waiting for this. While over there, Shura is like, oh, like, you probably fall for my bait, Ziggy. I've been waiting for you to fall in my bait so that I can take care of you. Again, like, it's weird to see how he's underestimating him, but we'll see. Okay, now next part we get to see we're in planet Sandra. I love how like almost everyone has like a new dress. Rebecca has a new dress, Happy has a new dress, Pino has a new dress, Shiki has a new dress, Homura has a new dress. I wouldn't call Shiki's dress a new dress because he's just wearing like a shawl, I think. But yeah, proper dress change like Homura and Rebecca. And Pino. And Happy. Yeah. Okay, I love Pino's like, like introducing herself to one of the robots. She's like, hello local, and the the little robot is, hello traveler. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of those JRPG games where like you're like going around killing monsters and stuff, and you reach like a town and there's like an NPC in front of the town just waiting, and you click on them and they're like, hello traveler, where have you come from, or something like that. Those typical NPCs who introduce themselves and welcome you into their town. That this reminds me of that. It's funny. Okay, so Homer says, I imagine Planet of Sand to be more of a desert, but there's like a whole city here. Okay, 90% of the planet is a desert. And then there's a camel catfish, whatever. No, camelfish. Wait, what do they call it? Camelish. That's so funny. It functions in a wide range of settings, from arid regions to underwater. That is a very, I guess you could say, very adaptive animal. Like usually camels are like animals who have adapted to the heat and they have the humps and everything. But this camelish is even more adaptive. It can even go in underwater. That's wild. Okay. Right. Anyway, so we're like going in like a back alley, like typical setting for like a shady organization. So everyone's like, I'm surprised that nobody's panicking here. Like now we know why they weren't panicking, because like the rebels are here, they're protecting them. That's why everyone was quite peaceful. They knew that they were going to protect them. Uh, so like Homura says, like, not Homura, sorry. Where's that part? I think like Laguna. Oh, okay, yeah. Laguna says that I'm surprised you chose to come with us when you were so scared. But Rebecca says, like, because obviously, like, like someone will help us here, and not only that, I'm personally going to be affected by this because Happy is there. Not only Happy, like all the other shining stars and everyone. I'm guessing they'll also be affected because Okay, wait a minute. One thing I just realized. So this whole all link is only going to happen in the yeah, it's only going to happen in Aoi Cosmos, isn't it? So wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. What about the other places, like the Sakura Cosmos? What about those places? They won't be affected. So all the robots there will be fine, I'm guessing. Yeah, I think that's interesting. I guess this is the first step that they're taking. They'll probably like try to go to the other cosmos, but I doubt they'll be able to do anything in the because yeah, because of the Orasian says, like Galactica, because Poseidon Nero is only controlling this place. The other cosmoses are under like the supervision of other big people like from the Russian says Galactica. So I don't think Poseidon Nero or Shura or Ziggy can do anything like that. So that's why they're like trying to take control of this place first, and then probably try to do the other places. Yeah, I just realized it's not that they're wiping out every robot, but only in Aoi Cosmos, I think. Yeah, and if we like the shining stars, they are here at this point of time, we'll also be affected by it since we are here at this time. I think so, yeah. All right. Anyways, so they're here and they go to like a door and they're like like the whole password thing that they do. They get in, and yeah, everyone's pointing their guns at Laguna. And why is it like, what the hell is this? Where have you brought us in? And all these people are like, yeah, you Laguna, like you betrayer, you traitor. Excuse me. He's like, you came here, like just wagging your tail back, didn't you, huh? And Laguna's like, just take me to the boss, I love her. Shika's like, wait, are these your friends, Laguna? So we're also friends. And they're like, wait, so you're friends with Laguna, so you're our enemy. Anyway, so Shika uses his gravity to stop like the guns, and he's like, yeah, we're just going to talk. We don't need guns here. But anyways, in comes the boss. He comes up, and he's like, Laguna, you're back, aren't you? And he's a big cat. He is so tall and big. And then he's like, wait a minute. He like scans in and scans the group, and he's like, wait a minute. Looks at Rebecca. And Rebecca's like, what's this? Happy's like, I'm small, but I'm also a cat. And then he's like, oh, you're Rebecca-chan from Aonako channel. I knew this was going to happen because I was like, you know what? They're going to flip this whole thing somehow. Like it seems like he's going to intimidate Rebecca, but it's probably going to be exactly the opposite. And I'm like, yeah, since he's a cat, there's a high chance that he watches our videos. Because Aonako channel, is pretty, yeah. And it's so funny to see that how this is probably the first time Rebecca actually found like one of her subscribers. And usually it's like when she introduces herself, like people are like, who the hell are you? Like, we don't know you. Like, like, oh, we know the other channels, the other, YouTube channels and BCube channels, but we don't know you. That usually is that, and Rebecca's always sad because nobody recognizes her. But this time is the first time that someone recognized her. And they're like, takes a while for Rebecca to register what's happening. And even his men are like, what's happening here, boss? Like, what's going on, boss? And she's like, I'm watching your videos all the time. And Rebecca's like, wait a minute, are you? Wait, what was the name of his handle name? Okay, Oa Neko. Okay, because Oasis, Neko. And damn, everyone's like gift subbing her like 50G and stuff, and he's like doing like 1000G. Like the highest, like like one who donates to her. Who that always donates in my financial support chat. Or they call it financial support chat instead of super chat, I guess. And she's like, yes, you're right, I'm that person. She's like, wow, thank you so much. Always like giving me, donating money to me and everything. Oh god. And yeah, he's like, you're the best BCuber, you definitely deserve it. This guy is like, boss, you're giving our war funds away to a woman like this. And he's like, how dare you? Like, it's my pocket money. I can do whatever I want with my pocket money. Like, it's not a war fund. Yeah, obviously he's doing it with his own money. Like, what the hell? Like, he can do whatever he wants with it. Like, it's not necessary that he needs to put every single money that he earns into the war fund. Like, why? And they're like, and understand that she's with Laguna. And then he's like, all right, you know what? Let's talk with Laguna then. And he's like intimidating. He's like, what's up, Laguna? Like, and Laguna's like, I want your help. And he's like, how dare you? Rebecca's like, please, we also ask you to help us out. And he's like, okay, no problem. We're going to help you. Oh, God. Yo, that's funny. And yeah, Shika's like, oh, we're all like, we're all friends here. And Homer like warns him. She's like, everyone's strong. You understand that, Shiki? Be careful. And Shika's like, yeah, I understand. And that is exactly why it'll be so good if you all become allies. Anyways, this one is funny because I think like, who's it? Hermit? Hermit says like, oh, Rebecca's endorphin like production is the maximum out of everyone. And which is like, yeah, because she finally found someone who appreciates her work. Like, yeah, obviously, like, like that's the thing, like, it's like the fact that it's nice to always like, like read like a nice comment on your channel. Not only that, the fact that Rebecca actually was able to meet someone like that is definitely very happy, like, like happy, because like, yeah, like, like it's happy enough to just read someone saying nice thing about you on your channel comment section, and to meet that person, that's someone, like that's even more like, like happier. So obviously, like, it makes sense that she's so happy. And like, up until now, she never really got any acknowledgement for anyone. Nobody recognized her or anything, and yeah, but there you go, finally. Now, love how Moscow is just watching like some kind of cartoon or whatever. Wait, was this like what was he watching? It's like Tom and Jerry, I think, something like that. Oh boy. Anyways, so suddenly the news interrupts him, and he's like, "Oh my God, what the hell?" Okay, in the news, like everyone is talking about this whole Android situation, and you can see it's like a mixed bag. A few people are talking about how this is good, how few people are talking about how this is bad. But majority are mad about this whole situation, and like the whole standing of the temple and Poseidon Nero's like whole empire has gone down. People are mad. There are a lot of androids are trying to flee Aoi Cosmos. There you go. It makes sense now. Like I said, so only the Aoi Cosmos is affected, not the whole like universe. So only Aoi Cosmos is affected because this is happening here. So that's why they're trying to flee Aoi Cosmos so that they can be safe at least. So not only that, this is one guy. He's like, oh yeah, obviously they're gonna run away. Robots have the will as well. Like, screw Poseidon Nero's kid Shura. Who the hell is he? And then his the person with him. She's like calm down. This is the news. Like, why are you saying stuff like that? Anyways, and then there's one guy who's like, oh, this is the natural order. This is how it should be. Blah blah blah. And then there's this one businessman who's in the Android industry, I think, and he's like, oh, this is so bad. How dare he? All our our business is going to go down completely like this. Now, who does he think he is? Shura. And Labilia's like, I don't care. It'll be kind of funny to see what happens. Ha ha ha. Those typical YouTubers or BQbers. It's just, I love Labilia's just the prime example of a lot of not YouTubers, but a lot of people in social media nowadays who are just this shameless and just for clicks and views they can just do whatever the hell they want, and makes these just insensitive comments in front of so many people just for some laughs and giggles. And she's like, I don't care. I don't live there. Yeah, you know what? It'll be kind of funny, huh? Ha ha ha. That kind of thing. What the hell? This girl is just irredeemable. I thought she at least changed a little bit. I guess she did become nicer to Rebecca. She's still like this. A typical brat. But, whatever. I love this news reporter in the end. She's like, Android have become an indispensable part of our lives. When they disappear and they zoom in on her face, what will you do? And she looks at the screen as if she's staring at your soul. I'm like, what the hell is this? Why are you looking at me like that? But anyways, seeing this, Shiki has been emotionally devastated. He's like, no, I don't want this. And everyone's all the people here in the rebel group, they're like, damn, I've never seen anyone cry like this watching a news report. And they're like, maybe he's actually good, maybe they're good. Okay, now they're thinking Weiss asks how can they take care of so many robots at the same time? So here, the boss kind of explains to us about, what happens. So every few years, there's a high tide, and the water, all the planets in our cosmos get submerged in the ocean. And he says submerged, so it doesn't get completely submerged. I guess he kind of explains it later on that it completely doesn't submerge. But since it gets submerged, it is said that the ether and electricity combine underwater, making a link. And all networks become connected in the Aoi cosmos. That is the Owl link. And we haven't really been explained how they're going to use it to take care of the robots, but I'm pretty sure they're going to do something using this All link to deal damage to the robots. And obviously it's pretty simple to understand what Ziggy's planning to do. Ziggy's planning to take control of everyone like this. So, okay, the Aoi high tide is in 3 days, so we need to work whatever we have to do in 3 days. We need to attack them, stop them, do something within that time. So Laguna's he's a gravity user like Shura, he can help us out. And at first, the boss wasn't really listening, but then we realized someone attacked them from in the outside in the marketplace, and one of his guys gets shot, and the Imperial the army, they come in, I think, and Shiki and everyone else just takes care of that situation immediately, and she uses his gravity power to just flick them in the on top. And yeah, the boss is like, oh wait, damn. And as they say, seeing is believing. He really didn't believe when Laguna said oh, he's as strong as Shura. But now that he sees, he's like, oh wait, this might actually work. They're actually very strong. And yeah, so in the marketplace you can see the Imperial Army or whatever. I think that's what they're called. They're like, oh, this place is quite peaceful. Why are you guys peaceful? And this guy, this typical villain looking guy with a big mustache and the cigar, is like, why are you guys here so, typical bullying, you know, like he comes and tries to harass like the robots and everything, and he's like, why are you guys so like quiet here? Why are you guys in so much in peace here? You know, like I want to know. And he immediately gets his answer. Like someone shoots him from behind, good riddance. And yeah, the rebel army is here. So they're like, yeah, because we are protecting this planet. That's why everyone is peaceful here. They are called the rebel army here, but they're basically like accepted by the people here, which makes sense because obviously I'm pretty sure everyone, like, you know, as they say later on, that every people here, their freedom have been taken away by Poseidon Nero, and these, like, you know, the rebel army is trying to go against that. They're called the rebel army, obviously, but the people loves them because they are trying to go against this tyranny or whatever is happening. So Shiki also comes in, everyone else comes in and just takes care of it immediately. I love how all the characters, they're missing all the shots. And Rebecca's like, this is how you shoot? This is how you shoot. Look at me. You know, like, you guys are missing everything. And I'm like, true that, because they're shooting and they're missing everything. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Is this the first time you've picked up a gun? It probably is, you know, the Imperial Army. It's probably the first time they've picked up a gun and they're missing out every shot. And Rebecca's like, this is how you shoot. Look at this. Oh god. And then Wise also uses the like his power, his ether power, to like stop an incoming truck. However, Rebecca realizes that there's a little kid. So I first thought they were like they were you know, like threatening the kid or like taking him hostage or something. But it seems like later on, when the kid punches Rebecca, that he's doing it like, you know, he's doing it in his own will. So they probably like brainwashed him or something, that said something, or I don't know, maybe like they kind of blackmailed him about something. You know, like maybe like something like their parents are like, you know, like captured by the Imperial Army, and they told him that, oh, you have to do this, otherwise we'll kill your parents or something like that. You know, I don't know, but you know, like a little kid like that. Yeah. So when the car was like completely going to get destroyed, Rebecca immediately uses her cat leaper, and obviously since it's like, you know, it can distort time, she easily is able to jump in and grab the kid and save him. The car blows up, and Wise is like, what the hell, like, you know, and Rebecca's like, it's fine, like, you know, at least we're safe. And she's like, oh, are you okay, kid? And the kid like punches her. I've never seen someone do something like that to someone who saved you. He literally punches her. God damn, I thought he was going to be angry or something. He'd be like, why do you do this? Like, you know, like, I hate you or something like that, and then just leave. He just punches her. God damn. And he's like, I'm not a kid, you idiot, die. And just leaves. And yeah, and Vice is like, even kids like him. So Homura is just like, you know, like parrying all the bullets using her blades. And then this little robot, what's his name? What did Pino call him? Local. You know, he's running away, and this guy tries to shoot him, but you know, Pino just stops the guns using her EMP. So, you know, like the little robot is like, oh wait, how were you able to do that? Like, I should also stop by EMP because of your EMP. But Pino's like, oh, I practice, and this is what training she went through. And I feel like this is going to be very helpful because, you know, like we have a lot of androids and robots with us, always fighting with us. So Pino's power is really useful in a lot of situations. But it kind of was a problem that our own allies also got affected by it. So now that she can pinpoint something, it's going to be very helpful. Because I've always thought Pino's power is probably one of the most broken abilities in this game, because a lot of characters here are robots, you know, and androids. So as soon as she uses her EMP, she can literally make them completely shut down for a few seconds or a few moments, which is literally such a broken power. So now that she can pinpoint it, it's going to be very useful. Anyways, so later on in the end, we get to see the boss is here, and good god, he's big. His Camish, I think, no, what was the name? Camelish, or whatever its name was, is big, and his sword is even bigger. It's a god. It's like, look at that sword, it's so big. and all these people are tiny in front of him, and he just smacks them away in a second, and he's like, oh, this place is under my protection, you guys, like, and yeah, oh yeah, his name is Goodwin. I need to remember his name. And everyone's like, good job, yeah, like Goodwin, thanks. And then Laguna is also like, you see, sure, Shiki, everyone's freedom has been taken away by the planet, by Poseidon Nero. However, the rebel army being here is able to help us out, get out of that tyranny, and that's why we're planning to go against them. And here Shiki asks a very important question: were your freedom also taken away by him? And he doesn't answer here, which makes me think like, yeah, Shiki's probably right on the money, because like I said before, my guess is Laguna. He definitely some kind of thing happened here, as Shiki said, some his freedom was also somehow taken away. However, he being part of the rebel group, he realized that being in this rebel group won't work. I need a stronger ally, and that's why he left this group and went to Drakenjo, because Drakenjo was literally the strongest over there in Sakura Cosmos. So he did that, kind of thinking like, hopefully I'm able to pit these two against each other, Poseidon Nero and Drakenjo, and like weaken them both. And then we, the rebel army, could take control of it, or something like that, he thought. And then Drakenjo's army gets wiped out by Shiki, and now he joined Shiki because he's like, alright, Shiki might be able to help me. And now that Shiki's goal is also to stop Shura, he realizes this is the perfect opportunity to introduce them to this group as well. Because their goals are coinciding now. That is why. Anyways, in the end, we get to see the advisor of Poseidon Nero. He's like, please, Poseidon Nero, stop your son. He killed Reverend. Not only that, he is going to be the downfall. The whole empire is going to fall completely and get destroyed because of his antics. He's declared to kill all robots. What the hell is he planning? And it's so funny to see that even in Shura's group, people are not happy about his decision. At least a lot of them. It's crazy. Right, anyways, but Poseidon Nero is like, nope, the dice have told me to do this. Up until now, the dice were the main reason I was able to control and gain so much power. So I'm going to be completely loyal to the dice, because I know the dice is taking me towards the correct direction. And he says that the name of the dice is Emperor Dice, I think that's what he calls it. That will not change as long as I have absolute power of the Empire Dice. Now, you know what? One thing I just realized, is this Empire Dice actually one of the relics? It won't surprise me if it was. Maybe they explained it before and I just forgot. But I think this might be one of Mother's relics. Because it would make sense. It's like a very ordinary thing, like a dice. And it has these special powers. So, I don't know. We'll see. Either way, he's like, oh, this absolute power Empire Dice is definitely going to take me towards the correct direction. I'm going to win by the end of it. But again, I don't know. Maybe... the thing is, I doubt he knows what the dice is doing, which... he just assumed that the dice is taking him towards the correct direction. But what if, up until now, since the dice helped him out, what if that was all a plan for whatever the dice is leading him towards, and then the dice is going to take everything away from him? It wouldn't surprise me, because he doesn't know what the dice is pointing him towards. So he's thinking that it's pointing him towards the correct direction, because up until now, that's how it went. But maybe that was the plan of the dice all along, because the dice was actually pointing him towards the direction to eventually take away everything from him, and something like that. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. He's putting blind faith in the dice just because up until now it has went well. So I feel like that's going to backfire by the end of it. I don't know. We'll see. Let's wait and watch. So that is it. That is my reaction to episode 24 of Eden Zero. This is the penultimate episode. The next episode will be the final one for this season. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Eden Zero. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.